Oh, shit. Here come Debo. Give me your stuff.
Oh, shit. Known for jacking the nigga. That's all he do. Damn.
What's up, 49er faithful? It's your boy, Chili Will, with the 49er Street Squad. And yes, big game on Sunday, but we came up short. A game that we needed to win against the Seattle Seahawks, the Sea Chickens, man. Boy, I tell you, you know what? Started out real good, started looking real good, but you know what? Slowly things just started coming apart, unwinding, and, just was not looking good, man. But, our boy Debo was still taking change, still didn't stop our guy, man. He was still doing this thing out there. Scored a couple of touchdowns, made some big plays, man. And I tell you, this guy is on point to break, 2,000 yards and catching out there this year. I'm telling you, my man's doing really good, man. But, hey, let's get into it. Let's get to talking. We got some wonderful guests on the show. We got Nina David in the house, man. Nina Dave, what's up, baby?
How's it going, Uncle Doug?
What's going on? What's going on, man? And we want to bring it all the way from New York, 3,000 miles away, but decided to stay up late and chat about our Niners because, that's how passionate the man is about the San Francisco 49ers. Let's bring in Niner faithful Monte from New York. What's up, Monte?
What's going on, Dave? What's going on, Doug?
What's going on? What's going on, guys? Hey, man. We coming off of a crazy weekend. You know what I'm saying? We played the Seattle Seahawks, a game that we had to win, man. It was the divisional opponent, and man, we had to get that victory really bad. But we let it slip through our hands, man. Guys, I tell you, it took me a while to get over that one. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to get over that one.
Another tough loss back to back.
Yeah. Yes.
Just too many little things going on. Penalties. Not at the best time to take these penalties. I didn't even realize they fumbled 4 times and we didn't even get one. If we could have got 2 of those, that would have been a big difference maker winning that game.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. If we got all 4 of them, it would have been a difference maker. You know what I'm saying?
And then we got Jimmy throwing another pick. Not good.
That was a terrible.
Yeah, what's funny though? I mean, now you gotta admit, apparently, for once, Jimmy kind of came out to start and block pretty good for a change, right? I mean, he had the one good first drive, right, and drove the guys right down the field and scored. I kind of thought, man, it was all, like I said, in the beginning, it all looked good. The defense was playing their butts off.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like they had Wilson all rattled. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that was the first time. I mean, I've seen the Niners we all seen the Niners play good defense against these guys before, but man, you could just tell how focused they were, how pumped they were in this game, and just how prepared they were for Wilson, and just went after this guy. And I mean, he couldn't. I mean, man, that guy was just, he was seeing red jerseys all around, get sacked. I think would he get sacked 3 or 4 times, right?
Yep. Yeah,
Man,
five straight 3-and-outs.
Yeah, 5 exactly. Good. 5
negative
straight 3-and-outs. See, that's when you thought this was gonna I thought for once the Niners were just about to blow these cats out the water. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I thought, we into probably a 40 to maybe 7-something game. That's how I was feeling at first. I was vibing, and the 49er faithful out there, cheering the boys on. I mean, it was loud. I mean, it was it was like playoff atmosphere kind of crowd. You know what I'm saying? Because we had the boys back. But
I was scaring my head off.
Yeah, at least you got your voice back.
Yeah.
I screamed a little bit, but I didn't want to scream too much because I know, I was gonna need it for the show. It'd be hard to do the show without my voice, because it happened last time, against the Philadelphia game and stuff. But yeah, guys. But now we're 2-2. You know what I'm saying? And we had the Green Bay game before that, which kind of slipped through our fingers in 37 seconds. You know what I mean? That was another game that really should have been in our pocket. I mean, should have been at least looking at 3-1. But reality is in, and then we're at 2-2, and I guess we just have to kind of go back to the drawing board, or they need to go back to the drawing board and just figure this thing out.
Yep.
So tell me, okay, so let me ask you, Monte. Watching the game, you're watching it. You've seen the guys get off on Wilson. How you feeling at that point? Do you think hey, this is a blowout, man? We're gonna kill these dudes.
I have mixed feelings. I'll be honest with you, because like you said, Jimmy finally got out to a first great start, 72-yard drive, hitting Ross Dwelly for the touchdown, and I'm like, all right, good. Now let's see what the defense does. Defense gets them 3-and-out, and we keep stopping them. But we're not scoring. I'm like, we should be up. And it was a huge loss, Robbie Gould, believe it or not. Never thought a field goal kick would mean such a big difference in the game. But once Mitch Wisnowski missed that field goal, I was like, we should at least, because he missed the first one, it should have been 10. And then the next drive, they ended up punting because they had no faith in Mitch to kick the field goal. Yeah. So we could have been up 13-0, even though the drive stalled out the next 2. But because of Robbie Gould being out, kind of hurt us. And they just couldn't punch the ball in after that. I mean, if you dominated that first half defensively, you got to put up more points than 7 points.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We dominated that first half and went into the halftime tied 7-7. So it made me think about the Green Bay game all over again, the slow starts, and so. Yeah, it was. I was happy with the first start, the way he started, but then I'm just like, come on, we got to put more points up. That's all I kept saying. We're stopping these guys. We got to, because you got Russell Wilson there. Eventually he's gonna be Russell Wilson. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So
exactly.
I was worrisome that we weren't putting the ball in the end zone, getting points on the board.
Yeah, and it was good that you bring that up, because I was tripping on the fact that when he went to the first score went to. I'm sorry, not the first score, but when we went for the field goal,
extra point.
And Wineski missed it, and I was like tripping because I didn't really, I was so excited because we scored, I wasn't even tripping on the, I'm thinking like, oh, kick, no big deal, we're gonna get that right. Yeah. And then they show on the, the big marquee board or whatever, and they show Wineski on there. I'm going, wait a minute, where's goal? G-Man at? You know what I'm saying? Like, did I just miss something here or what? Or did he kick the ball? I was like confused. You know what I'm saying? I'm going, and then I'm like, I'm all looking through my phone trying to figure out, man, what happened to G-Man? You know what I'm saying? I'm going, I didn't see no news about him or what happened, or why he wasn't out there at the time. Of course, people at home, announcers like that, after watching it back on the, recording and stuff, they did announce it on TV. Obviously, he wasn't going to be in because he pulled a groin. I guess in practice, before practice, and I thought, oh, great, perfect time to pull a groin, right, when you're getting ready to play a game. Oh, great, So
I noticed that with the extra point, because the extra point was like a wobbler that just went in.
Mm-hmm.
They only made an extra point in the first touchdown, and I'm like, what the hell? And that's when they announced that Mitch Wisnowski was doing the kicking. I was like, oh shit. Ooh, sorry.
Yeah. Well, even at that point, I didn't realize
Yeah, I didn't either.
Really
No,
care.
I,
You know, I mean,
well,
it's
like you
trip.
said,
You know,
I
you
was
don't come
watching
on
at home on
the
TV. I was
Yeah.
watching at home on
you know.
TV, so I saw it. You're at the game. It's a different story. You can't tell.
Yeah, because we're partying, shouting. We're like, yeah, we just caught on you sea chickens, man. You know,
You were
and I'm
still
like,
cheering.
but I was like, and then but it wasn't until, like I said, when he missed, later missed the kick. I think it was for the 3 points, right? Later,
Yeah.
Or so, and I was like, man, where's Gould at, man? I was like, what happened to this guy? So I couldn't find, man. I didn't know what's going on. I didn't know. So I was like, okay, this ain't good. And like you said, hey, the defense came out playing their butts off, man. I mean, I was really, I mean, I was actually beyond impressed. Most of all, I was impressed with the secondary because that was where I was going to be worried about, knowing that you got Metcalf, right? On one side, you got Lockett. Yeah. Oh, Lord. And these two cats are, I mean, those are Wilson's boys right there. I mean, that's his 1-2 punch. You know what I'm saying? And these guys, they got that great chemistry with Russell Wilson, and it's just like deadly. You know what I mean? So I was kind of like coming to this game like, man, the secondary better have their game together. But I was glad we had Emmanuel Mosley, because I felt Emmanuel Mosley had I felt that he played a good game against Metcalf. He did last time, so I was hoping he'd show up, and he did again. And they also had the other gentleman, Kirkpatrick. I'm sorry, Kirkpatrick. Oh, sorry, Kirkpatrick. And I thought he played really good. Coming into this game for his first game. What's that?
That pass interference he committed late.
Oh yeah. Was he the one that grabbed on homeboy's shoulder?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was probably about his only flaw. But you know what? Still, I mean, them guys. Shoot, they. Let me see. I know I got. Oh, let me see here. I know I have it.
Held him to 149 yards passing.
Yeah, Metcalf only had 4 receptions for 65 yards.
Held him in check.
Lockett only had 4 for 24 yards. So that's pretty good. I mean, so I can't.
DBs were locked in.
Yeah, I mean, they will. Yeah, for the most part, they did a great job. I mean, I got to give them, good kudos for that, because I think they did a real great job locking them guys down. And like I said, that those are Wilson's boys, man. You know what I mean? Those are guys that are going to do most of the damage on you, during the game and stuff. So, oh man. Oh. I'm sorry. I'm looking at the comments here. My man, someone checked in on Twitch here. Mike Dolphin, he said they need to cut porn star Jimmy and go to Lance full time. Yeah, I wonder if he's a Seahawks fan. He said Seahawks. All right, my Dolphin. All right. But let's see. Yeah, and so. Yeah, I think for the most part, the first half, the defense did a great job taking it to Seattle, and you can see the focus was there. They really had they did a great job on them guys. He couldn't really do much in the first half until things started getting a little out of control in about the second quarter. I think that's when if I remember correctly, Seahawks, it looked like they went into like basically a no huddle. Like they had that one drive with no huddle, you know what I'm saying? So they couldn't let our defensive guys were a little it was good for them, because our defense couldn't get off the field, and obviously that's proven to work from other teams that have done that to us before, So it made it a little more challenging, they had that, and I guess in their back pocket was like, you know what, we're just gonna go no huddle so they can't get their fresh guys in,
Yeah.
So
and right after that's when Cannon fumbled the kickoff.
Yeah, they scored.
And then scored again.
Yeah, and well, now wait a minute. That happened in the third quarter, though.
Yeah, he's talking about the second quarter, end of the second quarter, when they went to no huddle, and they scored the one touchdown.
Yeah, right. And then it was tied up, and I think actually we had the ball try to go down, but I don't think we didn't do much.
No.
And then let me see. Yeah, and then it was tied up at 7-7 at halftime, and then of course the third quarter. I think that's when Seattle did get the ball eventually back a little later on. They drove downfield, And then special teams. We get the ball. They punt to us. Special teams. Cannon gets the ball. He actually caught it, dropped to the ground, but try to get up just to grab another few yards. Which is, I guess, natural instinct. Can't hate the guy for it too much, but all he had to do was stay down. But he lost it. So all of a sudden, Seahawks are, bam, they kind of back-to-back scores just that within a few seconds.
Yep.
So I think that sort of was the gut punch, for the team, and it was from there. It was like, okay, now we need to get ourselves back in this game.
Yep. Turnovers killing us again.
We gotta check out my Jerome 431 check 43100 check. Jimmy G stands for Jimmy Gone. Wow. Wow. Yeah, he said Jimmy Gone. Oh, man. Wow. Well, you know what? For now, he might be gone because looked like he supposedly hurt his calf muscle on his back.
Calf contusion.
I don't know. Contusion. There you go. I don't know. I'm hearing contusion. I'm hearing, a bruise. I'm hearing, I don't know. It seems like about 3 or 4 different excuses. So everybody's like, what is it? Like what? Yeah. Why? How did you hurt yourself? What did you do? Trip over your left or right foot? I don't know. What happened back there. But he tried to explain, I think, on the news thing, Jimmy G, that is, he was trying to say that on one of the plays, I don't know, someone backed up and stepped on his back of his foot or his calf. Yeah, that caused the bruise or whatever. So, so things in the second half get a little more crazy, right? I mean, a little more weird. They come out, everybody starts getting excited, everything, because guess who we see out there? Mr. Number 5, Trey Lance.
Right.
And I was like, what happened? Again, I'm lost because I'm going, okay, now did Kyle put Trey Lance in because he's just done with Jimmy? Did he just feel like, okay, maybe I try something different because maybe he felt that Jimmy wasn't performing at that point? Because I don't think at the time, nobody right away knew, except for maybe people like Monte who was watching the game at home, that Jimmy was hurt.
Right.
So things are kind of swirling in my mind, like, oh boy, I guess Kyle's done with Jimmy. I guess he's gonna, not put him out there and get Lance in, right? And so Lance is out there, so I'm a little excited. So I'm thinking, like, okay, this is what everybody's been screaming for. This is what everybody wants to see. This is what everybody, we gave up the 2 first-round draft picks for this guy. Is this
3 technically?
Is it 3? Yeah, geez, yeah.
We moved, next 2 years and this year's first we traded.
Yeah, that's correct. And anyway, this guy Lance is out there, and now it's like, okay, time to perform, man. This is it. This is your golden moment. This is your golden nugget 49er moment to shine. What you gonna do? So now he gets like what looks like the Wildcat kind of offense, right? And now you got the Trey and Trey connection going on, handing off the ball to Trey Sermon. He's running up there. He's looking actually pretty good. I mean, they look like, the few first plays, I think, were kind of like handoffs, right? And then
4 straight or 3 straight runs.
And it looked like Trey Lance kind of had a moment where he, kind of overthrew a few or weren't quite. I think he threw one at like Kittle's feet or something,
At his ankles.
So, yeah. So I was kind of like, okay, guy, just calm down. There you go. Just calm down. It's all right. I know it's a big game for you. You're in front of everybody. 70,000 screaming 49er faithful up there, and man, we're excited for you. You just got to go out there. Just be cool. Calm the nerves. So later in the game, it seemed like, he did manage to calm down. He started putting some good drives together. And then, of course, we got a chance to witness and see a little bit of scrambling ability, right? So how did you guys feel like seeing Trey Lance in there, in the second half? Like, how do you feel like he did, coming out in this game, big game against Seahawks? Monty?
Sorry.
I'll let Dave go.
Yeah, like he was not flustered. He wasn't ready, I don't think, to get thrown in there. I don't know if he knew coming into the half he was going to play.
Mm-hmm.
And me got him all hyped up. in the locker room. You know, everyone, talking to him. But he's too many of these passes were in tight spots to throw him. There was one that was, I think, tipped. But he'll get better.
Yeah. Do you think the nerves got to him a little bit out there, like at first?
Oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Monty? What did you think when you saw him come out there? Did you think like, wow, this is our chance, man? Trey Lance gonna do his thing now?
Well, I was excited to see him because he brings a different element to the game than Jimmy G. As you can see with the scrambling out the pocket, still keeping his head up downfield. But yeah, you could tell he was nervous because it wasn't like he was coming in for one play. He knew he was coming in, and Jimmy's hurt, so he's going to have this whole half. So he might have been a little more anxious. And as you can tell, he was putting a little too much heat on those balls. And he's lucky because I think he would have had a pick six if he didn't throw that ball so hard because it went off the cornerback's hands. It was so fast. One of the passes, I forget who the cornerback was. But then he settled down. Even that wide open pass to Debo, he underthrew it because because the nerves were getting to him. Debo had to stop and wait for it. He didn't catch him in stride. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And now obviously it was a blown coverage, so he was wide open, and he just wanted to make sure he got it to him. So I guess maybe that's why he took a little off of it. But as he progressed, you can see what he can bring to the game and the different element and the fact that just like a Kyler Murray or Russell Wilson, because you got an extra running back there. You know what I mean? That you got to prepare for, and makes the defense, be on edge a little bit more. So I mean, he said his numbers at the end of the game didn't look bad. 9 for 18, I think it was 160 something yards. 2 TDs. Mm-hmm. But I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to seeing him prepare a whole game plan for him, and him come out and start, and have the whole team behind him saying, "Listen, you're the guy. We're gonna do this. Don't worry about it. We got your back." And pick him up when he's down. And it seems like him and Debo got a good little connection there. So I'm looking forward to the little matchup against Kyler Murray next week.
Yeah, and you're right. He, it does look like he has a good connection with Debo, and I'm sure, he was in his ear just saying, "Yo, Lance, listen, I want to get open, man. Just let that thing fly. I'll catch it." Because he was wide open on that one play. He threw like about a 40-so yard pass, hit Debo wide open, and you could tell that was blown coverage on Seattle because he was like on an island by himself, literally waiting for the ball to get to him. So. But a good play for him for Lance to see him open and completing that pass. So that was a really good job on Lance. And like you said, he looked like he got more comfortable later on. He was a little more in control. He started doing more of his, shaking and moving and everything, which I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, now we're gonna see, we're gonna see what we always saw, when he was in college on film and stuff. I mean, the guy was like just, almost like the captain, just taking off, but. He seemed to be a little more elusive, which I like. He's escaping the pocket, sense the pressure. Man, I was looking at his feet, he really bend his legs, he's juking, I'm kind of like, okay, I'm some of the old school park playing, you know what I mean? But he definitely got some moves, man. I was really excited. So I was just carefully, from where I was sitting, just carefully watching him, and I knew at this point, I thought, well, anything is possible. I mean, the game was still, pretty much for the most part close. Niners could have made their way back, and they almost did. I mean, they did get within the touchdown, so at least we didn't lose to these guys. They beat us up too good. It was just like I said, I think we would have pulled this thing out. We just didn't have all the turnovers. I think that's what really hurt us. The interception that Jimmy threw earlier, and then the special teams, giving up the ball in their own territory after they just scored. So it was like another score like that. And, he can't give that kind of stuff up to Russell Wilson because he's definitely going to fight you, where. So, it was just, it was too sad that things had to fall apart so quickly after looking so great pretty much in the first half. And then, second half, they just, just couldn't seem to, they started feeling themselves a little bit and doing their thing. And, end up coming back and to win the game. So now let me ask you guys this question, and and just in your own words, just tell me. I'll give it to you first, Monty. But why is it that you feel that the Niners struggle so bad with the Seattle Seahawks? Like, I mean, like last year, well, they beat us twice, but I mean, you see teams like the Rams go up there, knock them upside their heads, and in their own home field, but yet we play the Rams and like we whoop on the Rams, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, what is it like? I don't know. Like I can't put my finger on it, but it's just like they just seem to have our number. Every time we play them, it's like they just seem to know how to get after us.
I mean, I obviously we've had bad history with running quarterbacks lately. I mean, the only thing I could think of it has to do with the defensive scheme that we run. That wide 9 defensive scheme leaves a lot of gaps, a lot of openings, and spreads it out. And with a running quarterback, we have the same problem with Kyler Murray. They don't beat us as bad because they're probably not as strong. They weren't as strong as Seattle previously. Now they seem to be the team to beat in the division. But that mobile quarterback seems, since we've been running that wide 9 scheme, has been giving us trouble. You know what I mean? And that's the only thing I can equate it to, because we start off strong, and I even with like in that game, the second quarter, I watched that last drive when we gave the touchdown to Russell Wilson, and all of a sudden, Nick Bosa is dropping back in coverage as opposed to rushing the quarterback. D Ford's nowhere to be on the field. After his first 2 sacks, I don't remember seeing him until that offsides that he got when he ended up sacking the quarterback, but he was offsides. That was late. That was late in the third quarter. So there's a lot of different schemes that they're using that I don't understand. I don't know if that's the same thing Saleh did. I really didn't pay attention, but with DeMeco Ryans, it seems to be a little. He goes into that prevent a little too much. But back to your question, I just think that scheme is not conducive to a running quarterback, stopping a running quarterback.
Okay, so that said, David, how do you feel about that? Like, why are these guys like the kryptonite to us, man? Why do they just seem to just have our number?
I couldn't tell you. I mean, maybe they're just out coaching Shanny and DeMeco Ryans. They're perhaps a little better than we did. I don't know, but I think
this was a team coming in to play us that everybody was saying these guys were like last against the pass defense. They the worst team in the second half of the game's going to give up so much yardage. Like, I'm like, that don't happen with us.
Yeah.
Like what team? What's happening here? I mean, I don't know. I guess like they say any given Sunday, some teams just get up for you. You know what I'm saying? And I think they, they know they're playing the Niners. It's like, man, we got to bring it, because obviously they know there's a division opponent.
Yeah.
And I think goes back, and I think Pete Carroll even hinted to it that, I think it's a kind of nice little personal vendetta for him, because, especially back when Harbaugh was playing, the both of them kind of had that college thing, and didn't really care for each other, So I think Pete Carroll, he just really likes to, he prepares, he knows how to just get up and get ready, I guess, to play us, right? So, it's just crazy. I'm like, because every game, most of the games, they out of 15, I think we only won 2. Like since 19, both teams kind of were doing good back in 2012 or whatever. And it's just like I just can't figure it out. Like, why we struggle so hard with you? I mean, I know Russell Wilson. I would give the man his props. He's obviously a very good quarterback, and like Monty said, I mean, we have a hard time with scrambling quarterbacks that seem to run all over the place. But Wilson ain't like he used to be. He can still run sometimes, but he's not. I think as of lately, he doesn't scramble to me as much like he once used to. However, he still has the ability to do it when he needs to, and he goes out there and this is the thing, they just keep Seattle just has a way of knowing how to keep the game so close, because I'm looking at the game, I'm like, okay, yeah, we're playing lights out, defense is on them, but yet the score is like 7-0. We should have been maybe. Yeah, we should have been like 17, maybe even 21, nothing at the time. You think the way they were playing, you know what I'm saying? But it was like, it was just too close for comfort, you know? And I'm thinking like, oh man. And when I realized that, I'm like saying to myself, I'm like, man, I'd be damned if these fools might come back and beat us, man, because this game is still close, you know? And Wilson, you know, when he has to get up and get some points, you know, he does starts doing this thing, you know? And you know, he gets that team lit up and they you know, start balling out and just doing this Seattle thing on us. So, you know, man.
It's funny
So,
after
yeah.
that loss, I see a lot of people calling for Kyle Shanahan's head on all these different Niner pages. It's weird because I mean, I gotta be honest, like this year so far, his offensive play calling has been the worst I've seen since he's been here. And everybody's like, is he really a guru now? It's amazing that they think that, but I mean, our offense is not looking like we have a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball, and we should be scoring like we did game 1 against Detroit almost every week, but we're just not doing that. And you don't see the trickery. The jet sweeps aren't coming. He's just constantly doing the little bubble screens. His variety that he had in the previous years doesn't seem to be coming out this year so far as play calling, in my opinion.
I agree with you. I was in the sense like we gotta run the ball when we're down 2 touchdowns. We need to score, and you're just hand it off. I'm like, let Trey throw the ball. Get him a shotgun. Let him look at the field. You know, either
that 4th and 2 that they gave to Debo on the
sweep.
On the jet sweep there, 4th and 2. That's what you're going to give the jet sweep? Come on.
Yeah. Now, usually he's good at running that play, but it didn't look like they were blocking very good, and Seattle was ready for it.
Yeah, they definitely were ready for it.
I think you're right. That is a thing that you know, the faithful seem to be you know, pretty upset about. Now they're like, you know, hey, Kyle, what's going on with you, man? Like, you know, what's up with the coaching? Why can't we get this thing together? You know what I mean? I've kind of questioned his coaching, you know, calls himself, but apparently I'm like, you know, is it really him, or is it more like, you know, then they got to look at Jimmy. You know what I mean? Like, you know, if we look back at the games that Jimmy started, right, so from game 1, game 2, I mean, he didn't really come out playing his best. I mean, because there was a lot of overthrown balls, a lot of balls not really accurate, you know. A lot of these players, I think, sometimes really make him look good because some of these guys are leaping up and catching, you know, some of these overhead thrown passes, you know, and they're lucky to be athletic to make, you know, and make him look good. You know, that people are like, wow, that's a great pass Jimmy made. No, that was a great catch that Debo made, or Ayuk or whoever. You know what I mean?
He almost got Kittle's leg broken this game.
Yeah, exactly. Again, that's probably what, the 3rd time where he had a leap up like that, and then someone ready to take him out from under. You know what I mean? I mean, I would be like, I ain't jumping up for that ball. Well, so some guy could like friggin' clip me and give me an ACL, you know, knee injury. I mean, I think you know, don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not trying to be a Jimmy hater or anything. I mean, of course, I got my boys back because you see, I got his jersey, you know, 10. But I don't know. I just how I feel about Jimmy at this point right now is the same way I felt with Alex Smith. Because, you know, Alex Smith was our guy, right, for a few years. And so I always supported Alex Smith, even though he didn't look great out there a lot of times. And it got to the point after some years, you know, Alex Smith, he's horrible and everything. But, you know, I was like, nah, Alex Smith, that's our quarterback. You know, we got to have his back. You know what I mean? We got to support him. You know, he's having a little trouble with this and that. But, you know, he's been through like 13 billion coaches and everything. So, you know, at least he had a little more, you know, more of an excuse. You know what I'm saying? But Jimmy, he's only had one coach since he's been here, which is Kyle. And it seems like, you know, there's an issue to where one of the two, or maybe a combination of both, are just having trouble when it comes to, you know, execution with these games. You know, is it Jimmy having a hard time, you know, just being on that same, you know, level with his guys? You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I sit and I watch like the Wilsons and even Kyle Murray. I was looking at tape when they played the Rams, and it's just amazing how this guy can like drop back, throw these like perfect like rainbow kind of shots in the air, right into not Lockett, but what's his guy?
Hopkins.
Hawkins, there you go. Right into Hawkins' hands, and I forgot the AJ Green, I think.
Oh yeah.
You know, he throws like these perfect passes. I'm going, and every time I see that, I go, Jimmy can't do that. You know what I mean? He doesn't have like that kind of, why doesn't he have that kind of connection, that kind of football touch with his guys? Now, Kyle Murray, this is only his third, I think, season playing, right?
No, it's more than 3. This is Daniel Jones' third.
Well, 4,
so.
Then maybe 4. It can't be more than 4. Then this got to be his 4th season.
I think he came out the year before Daniel Jones, right?
I can't remember. But okay, 4 or 5 years at best, right? Jimmy's been around just as long. I mean, even though he's had some injuries to deal with, so he hasn't played fully. He only had 1 full year, which was the full year he played. But hey, you should know your guys. You should know the playbook that well to where where these guys are going to just be able to send that ball and know that your guy's going to be there to catch and make a play on that play on that ball when he's there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he should just have that trust, that chemistry with his guys by now. At least like with his boy Kittle and Debo. You know what I mean? Because he's been with those guys pretty much since the beginning. So, I just feel that he's lacking that. I mean, I think he's a great quarterback at best, maybe backup quarterback, but he just doesn't seem to. Sometimes you see flashes of some good stuff, but sometimes you see some of the Jimmy, that's just not a great pass. You didn't you waited too long to throw. I mean, you should have just got sent it. Your guy was there waiting wide open. And he's not seeing some of these players open. I mean, I don't know. But because he's our guy, and obviously with the experience, between him and the Lance thing, that they were starting this year, I was kind of like, what? I was pulling that Jimmy card. I got to have you back, But I was kind of like, Jimmy, you got to get this right. We got 5 games to kind of prove yourself, man, that you're still liable and you can take this team somewhere, But maybe we're ready for some Trey Lance this weekend, man. See what he's gonna do.
I'm ready for Trey Lance.
Speaking of Trey Lance, let's see. Somebody said, Jerome 43100 says, do you guys think Trey starts Sunday?
Absolutely.
Monte
I think
said,
so.
Absolutely. David says yes. And I say also, I think for sure he will start this Sunday. And I think he needs to, because this is the guy that we spent a lot of draft capital on, and now it's time for him to come out and perform.
Got to wake this offense up.
Exactly. Now, you guys tell me, how do you feel, especially in this game going in against Arizona? What does he bring to the table that Jimmy can't bring to the table that you think will do much better?
Obviously, he gives a second dimension in the quarterback with the zone reads and the options and running the ball, scrambling, and just opening up the offense. Because when you see it with Russell Wilson, you see it with Kyler Murray that scrambling and putting the defense on their heels opens up stretching the play longer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's the main thing: the mobility and the elusiveness that he brings. And he's got a strong arm. He's just got to learn how to put a little more touch on the ball. You know what I mean? And I think he's going to be all right.
Yep. Gonna keep the defense on their toes whenever they run those options. I think he can stretch the field a lot more than Jimmy can. So we just got to get the receivers need to get open too. Get some separation off the line somehow.
Yeah. He's got a stronger arm than Jimmy.
Yeah,
I think.
Do you think he has a better accuracy than Jimmy?
From what I've seen so far, I would say yes. I haven't seen. I've seen more of Jimmy, but Jimmy, he's so inaccurate. He just overthrows every ball. It's like every ball our receivers jumping to get.
Yeah, or it's behind him somehow.
Yeah, those crossing routes constantly going behind them for the ball. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I also feel though, and just based on what little bit I've seen, Trey Lance, whether it be regular action and even practices, he has a little tendency to throw some high balls himself at times, and we like to see more of them them nice kind of beautiful arcs, kind of, to these players. But
you expect that out of a rookie. You don't expect that out of a 9-year veteran in Jimmy G, who's supposed to be the guy. He took us to a Super Bowl.
Exactly. And that's what I was getting ready to say. I mean, I understand he's still a rookie, so he's still got to get out there and figure it out, and just get into the game, get into his players, and like I said, he has to develop that chemistry with his guys. You know what I'm saying? To where, hey, I know you're going to be open at that particular spot at a certain amount of seconds, so I know I'm going to just throw it, just like a lot of these other guys do. They just know when to throw it because they know that receivers or whoever's out there, according to the route they run, is going to be open. And it's something that takes time to build up. Over games and years or whatever. So. But I agree with you, Monty. I think he brings another element to the offense. Now you got a quarterback that you got to worry about chasing down too. And not only do you have Kyle Murray, you got to put your track shoes on. Well, guess what? You might have to do the same thing now with Trey Lance because I'm sure he will play. He will start. And I'm hoping for Kyle Shanahan that I hope he's like is he rubbing his hands together like, oh man. Ooh, I can't wait to get this new toy out there, boy. I got a lot of plays for you. Wait till we get some good plays developed for you, and so you can go out and run and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be interesting because Arizona's sitting on top. They're unbeaten, 4-0, and I'm checking them out, man. I tell you, them guys. Them brothers looking good, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you could just tell they feel themselves and they're bringing it, you know what I'm saying? And Kyle Murray, that guy really surprises me and shocks me for the size that he is, and still to have the ability to do some of the things that he does is just amazing. You know what I mean? I expect him to be so great right now, but he's looking really good out there, and Niners gonna have they will have the defense will have their hands full trying to once again stop them. And now that they picked up more talent, they got like I said, AJ Green, you already got the talented Hopkins from Houston, right? And man, this dude, he's not even a big guy, but damn, that guy can make some plays. And so
he had a career game against us last year. Was the reception.
Mm-hmm. Now
this is another guy we need to double coverage. Keep eye on him.
Exactly.
Can't have another Devontae Adams go off.
Exactly. This is a guy you can't let one-on-one. I mean, again, I don't know how well. Emmanuel Sanders, I think he's pretty good, especially if he has to play one-on-one. I don't know about the other guy, Patrick, how well he is, but he's obviously a very seasoned vet, so he knows what he's in for, and I'm sure he's probably faced this guy before. So yeah, it's gonna be up to our secondary, man. I mean, they got to really show up to blow up, man, and don't give Kyle Murray these, golden opportunities to throw to these guys. Got to keep the pressure on him. Obviously, he's going to be running and scrambling and doing what he does. But man, guy's so fast, man. His little legs, man. You just see him, dude just takes off, man.
I think
I'm looking at this dude. I'm like, he looks like Roadrunner or something, like a cartoon. And dude is, so it's crazy.
I think the key also is we gotta limit the penalties. Eighth into was it eight pass interference to lead the league, and we're not creating turnovers on the defense either. I think we got one interception. That was the Dre Greenlaw return for a pick six. Our defense creates turnovers, create pressure, and those penalties you can't have, especially third down. We get third down stop, and you you get a huge pass interference that puts you 20 yards down the field. It just deflates the whole defense. Like, are you kidding me? You know, it's a game changer. So they've been ridiculous with the penalties. So got to cut that down, create turnovers, and keep the pressure. Stop with that prevent and pulling the dogs off.
It looks like Elizabeth Hampton agrees with you, Monty. The team with the most penalty usually loses. That's definitely right. Okay, got to watch those penalties. So, oh man, you're right. I just they got to take care of the ball, and it's going to come down to the turnovers. You know, it's going to either hurt us or hurt them. Hopefully, them. You know, and we'll capitalize on it. But yeah, it's going to be a tough game, man. It's in Arizona, you know. But I'm sure the Knights will be prepared to do their homework. I mean, you know, yeah, they don't have the play that they had last year, but man, you know, Knights went in there and freaking, the way they dominated on Arizona, I was kind of like, wow. You know, I was really impressed. And this is with a team that was we were so mangled with injuries, you know, and I don't even know who half the team was that was playing at the time. Yeah. But they were boy, the guys were focused, laser focused, and ready for Arizona. And I hope they bring that same kind of energy when they play this Sunday.
I think it'll be a lot closer than people think.
Yeah. And this is a crucial game with us being 2-2 in this division, and then 4-0. I mean, if we want to make it to the playoffs, if we lose this game, it's going to be a tough sled to make it to the playoffs coming out of the NFC West, because all four teams are stacked. It's the best. Obviously, it's the best division in football. But you know, the Rams and Seahawks play next week, so one of them are going to get a loss also.
They play tomorrow.
Oh, is it
Thursday? Tomorrow night. Oh. Thursday night football, man. Yeah.
Really?
Man, this weekend is the Wild Wild West show, baby. I'm telling you, shots are going to get fired.
I got to watch that game tomorrow. Then, if that's the case, I didn't know they were playing tomorrow.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
in Seattle.
Thursday night football.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I do believe the Rams are playing in Seattle, correct?
Yeah. So who do you root for? You root for Seattle in that case, so that the Rams and Seattle can have tied the same record.
Well, you know what? I have a feeling Rams are going to beat them because, again, like I said, it always so far the last couple of years it seems like the Rams have had the Seattle Seahawks number, and for some reason Seahawks have a hard time dealing with the Rams defense. They used to put in like 9 guys in the box. They put a lot of pressure on Russell, so they don't even let this dude get off. Passes too much, or they make him rush. Throw some of his passes, or if he tries to escape the pocket, they're quick to make a play. So, it's going to be a good game, but I think Seattle might have their hands full again, man, with the Rams. And now that they got Stafford, this guy, he's a gunslinger, and he's obviously got some, with Cup and what's the other gentleman's name?
Robert Woods.
Yeah, right.
He's been pretty quiet though.
Yeah, but he's go ahead.
I'm saying as far as our playoff chances and division wise, I mean, we're both us and Seattle is sitting at 2-2. Rams are 3-1. Arizona's 4-0. So obviously, I'm rooting for Seattle to win. So they'll be both 3-2, and we take care of Arizona. Now all three of us are sitting 3-2, one game behind Arizona. It gives us better chances to stay in the playoff hunt. That's my thing.
That's very true. That's very true, and that's some very good NFC West wise thinking, Monty.
And
I wasn't thinking like that. I was just like, who do I think is going to win the game? I'm like, it's probably going to be the Rams.
No,
but you're right.
I'm rooting for Seattle because then we go into the bye week. We go into the bye week sitting one game behind and saying, all right, you know what? We had a rough 5 games. Let's recruit. And let's get this pop and make this stretch run,
Yeah, exactly. Well, you're right. I agree. That would stir things up a little bit in the West, and that's what we need. Because the team that with the most wins in the West is going to be the one coming out smelling with roses. And let's hope the Niners can win. And like you said, maybe Seattle ends up pulling another one out. against the Rams, and yeah, it's going to make the West a lot more interesting. So that definitely would be good. It'd be good. So let me see. Okay, I didn't really like cover Niner news, but I don't know, David, my
Yes.
man. Looks like the Niners do have a new kicker.
Mhm.
Oh shoot! What the heck happened there?
Joey Sly.
Joey Sly. There we go. I just had it. Knocked off my Joey Sly. Okay, yeah. 49 signed kicker Joey Sly. So we now have a kicker. Let's just hope this guy is a good kicker.
He has a leg.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay. The 49ers have cut Kerryon Johnson and Curtis Bolton and Chris Thompson. They also have signed that guy, tight end Jordan Matthews is back again.
Yep.
For like the 5th time.
I think that's because Kittle kind of a little banged up.
Uh-huh. And looks like they're going to place kicker Robbie Gould will be on the injured reserve because of the groin injury. So it looks like he's going to be out a while.
At least
Another
3 games.
linebacker.
What's that?
At least 3 games. When you're on the IR, it's at least 3 games.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Also, we have, let's see, the 49ers have signed linebacker Tyrell Adams and wide receiver Connor Weddington to the practice squad. Per Dave Lombardi. Dave Lombardi be on some news, brother. And let's see, of course, everyone been up on NFL news. You know, the Panthers had traded for Stephen Gilmore from the Patriots, sending a 2023 6-rounder pick to New England. So, yeah, they're in a very crucial building stage themselves. Let's see. Update, quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, Cav will not practice today, so he wasn't practicing today, but still has a chance to play Sunday for Kyle Shanahan. Yeah, right.
Let him rest.
Yeah, why don't you just let him rest, because we got the bye week.
Huh?
A couple
Who was that didn't practice?
Jimmy.
Jimmy.
Oh. We don't need Jimmy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we're saying. That's what we're saying. Yeah, just go ahead, take the weekend off, and get the bye week. You'll feel a lot better after. Offensive tackle. Yeah, offensive tackle Trent Williams. He's nursing the shoulder, but it sounds good that he'll be back.
Yes,
for this game.
That sounded bad at first. That would have been huge loss.
Tell me about it. I was kind of like, wow. You know, that Moore kid though didn't do too bad. Wasn't he one of the? Is he more?
He was a
rookie, one of the draft picks.
Yeah,
I
believe so.
He didn't do too. He looked pretty impressive out there. I was kind of like, oh boy, when he went out, I'm like, I don't want to lose Trent.
Yeah, he's no Trent Williams, though.
Exactly. Let's see. And tight end George Kittle dealing with the calf still. Was also not at practice today, so he didn't practice. So obviously contorting his knee and getting it bent backwards in every other direction didn't look good neither. But he probably needs some good healing time. And they're saying that Trey Lance will take the first team quarterback reps. Well, he better.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. The Packers are finalizing the deal with linebacker Jalen Smith from the Cowboys. Let's see here. And so, yeah, it looks like records by division, which is interesting. The NFC West is the highest of 11-5. Of course, the toughest division. And who gives about the rest? But right now, Arizona is sitting pretty unbeaten until
Only
Sunday,
unbeaten,
baby. We're coming for you, Arizona. We're coming for you. Man, it would have been cool to go to that game. So I think that's pretty. Did I miss out anything else as far as news? Did you guys hear anything or something I might have missed or didn't cover? As far as I know, it's all systems go with Trey Lance, baby.
That's it, Trey area.
Man, I hope Trey just comes out I just hope this brother just comes out cutting up, man.
Take a shot early.
Exactly. All right. Well, before we go, because we're tidying up on our hour right now, but just to go over a few things, guys, if you're faithful, if you're out there watching, I appreciate you supporting the channel. And, just to cover a few things, because we do have, let's see, I said once we get up to 100 subscribers that we were going to give away a Fred Warner jersey giveaway. So I'm like looking at right now, I see about 8 views. And so it's looking to look good for somebody to win a jersey with 8 views, because you're not up against many people. And, I'm having a feel I might just have somebody, just call in, and whoever calls in, maybe a certain caller will get the jersey, So we just want to give something back just to show the love and support that the faithful gives me, But I do see some big numbers, man, on a lot of the shows. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, watching, and love to get you guys more on here live, especially with some comments, so I can post some comments or answer. We can answer some questions. Full participation, faithful. So we got the Fred Warner jersey coming up soon once we hit 100 subscribers. So tell your friends, all your faithful friends and 49er friends, come tune in the 49 Street Squad, because we love talk. We always love talking with the faithful, talking Niners, and just doing our thing, because we all love the faithful. I mean the 49ers, and love talking about them, and it's always just fun. It's always just fun stuff. So we got that. And also, before I go, I gotta, give my boy Dave a plug here for where's he at here? We got. Oh, what's I got to cover before I even get into that, Dave. We usually do this when Justin's here. I don't know what happened to Justin tonight, but
He said he fell asleep.
oh, that's because okay. I'll talk to him later. Anyway, but we have to do what we like to do, Monty. We didn't do this last time, which we should have done. We didn't do it, but we usually like to give a game ball to somebody, and nobody can pick the same person. So we all have to have like different game ball people that we want to give the game ball to. So, David, I will start with you. No, I'll start with you, Monty. See, it's our first time. Monty from New York. For last week's game, even though we lost and came up short, though, but who would you give the game ball to?
I'm giving my game ball to my man, Deebo Samuel. See that right there?
Oh, Deebo Samuel. I see it, man. So Deebo gets the game ball, man.
Well, that's got to be the number one game ball with that game he had.
Yeah. Yep.
Yes,
for
indeed.
sure.
Tell you, man.
I was ready to say it too. And he switched it up.
David said, I was like, you didn't pick me. I had that one.
Now you got to think a little bit more, Dave.
No, I'm gonna give it to Manuel Mosley. Manuel Mosley.
Manuel Mosley. All right, I don't have his name, but all right. Player game ball to Manuel Mosley from David. Right on. Yep. Ooh wee. Let's see. I think I'm gonna give it to I think I'll give game ball to Mr. Trey Lance, because he was able to come out in the second half, even though he's kind of thrown into the fire. I think he still did a fairly decent job, did almost make it, made a little game come back out of it, made it interesting.
I gotta say one thing.
His gameplay. Huh?
Your color and lettering, the Seattle colors on there.
Oh yeah, I'll change that. I was trying to figure out how to change that, but you would have to bring that up, man. Yeah, you had to bring up what everybody else was thinking.
I was going to be nice.
All right, well, we change it up, man. We'll change it up.
Next week, don't put Arizona colors there, all right?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be our colors anyways.
Oh, man. Yeah, it was one for some reason, a certain title I saw. Look bright enough for us blind folks like myself to see it. But yeah, they do look a little bit like, Seahawks colors. So, I have to fix that. I'll have to fix that one, guys. Apologize. We'll get that fixed. So, yeah, all right. So we took care of the game ball. I'm glad I got that in. And also, oh, darn it, I don't have my pen. Dave, you had a pen on you?
Yep.
Let me get a pen and paper. Because we got to predict the game score for Sunday. Who do we think's going to win this game on Sunday against the 49ers and Arizona And Monte, seeing how you special guest, we'll let you go first. Hold on, though. Hold on. Yeah. David, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, Monty. Come game day now. Let me just put this out there. We're not like gambling folks or anything. We just do this for fun. So don't nobody take our scores and go to Vegas and try to gamble on this. We're not trying to give no gambling advice or nothing. So, just want to put that out there. All right, Monty.
I'm going with the Niners with the victory. Obviously, 27-24.
27-24. Woo, that's a close one.
Got to be a close one.
Man, what you know what? Before you go, what is the I'm just curious, but what's
5.5?
It's 5.5.
Yeah.
Arizona?
Yeah.
What's the
And
total
then
point?
over under is 50.
All right. So again, Monte, what was it? What do you have?
27-24.
27-24, Monty. Okay. 27-24. All right, David. Go ahead.
Oh wait, do I win a prize if I hit anything exact?
Absolutely not. Actually, your prize is being on the show. Because we love having you.
I love being here. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, we haven't had an exact prediction yet.
No.
But
okay.
I was thinking somewhere around Monte's prediction also, but I'll bump it up a little bit. Okay. I'll bump it up a little bit.
Don't be scared.
I got the Niners for sure. We're gonna say 34.
34. Why do you have the hardest time with this, David?
I don't know.
You definitely could not be a bookie in LA and Los Angeles. I mean Vegas, whatever the heck.
34-24. I'll keep the same score.
34-24.
Ooh, we going with a 10-point. I like it.
Wow.
I was thinking it was going to be a little closer, but I like the tempo. I like the confidence. I like it.
Okay. Let's see. I'm looking at this. I think it's going to be a good defensive battle. So I'm not expecting the score to be too high. So with that said, I'm going to just say, I definitely think I'm going to say Niners. And my prediction score will be about, I'm going to say 26-21.
Pushing on the spread there. Vegas ain't gonna like you.
7,
oh, they gonna like you.
So I'm picking the under.
Yep.
Under the total. Under. Yes, indeed. Okay. So you got that written down, David?
Yeah.
We're gonna compare scores, man. After this, we're gonna figure out. Maybe we. I don't know. We'll have I don't know. I'll figure out something. But by the way, guys, I don't know about you, but Monty, do you enjoy barbecuing out there when you're on game days and get ready to watch the game?
Yep.
What do you like cooking? What's your favorite dish? Barbecue?
Jerk chicken.
Jerk chicken. All right. Well, guess what? Because my man, Mr. Big Dave, finally sent me some barbecue sauce, some of his all-American barbecue sauce.
Oh, you got some? Nice.
Yeah, finally got some. It's right here. We got the barbecue. This one's the Big Dave's All-American 93 barbecue sauce, and we got the Big Dave's All-American Hawaiian bold gold barbecue sauce. And I just tried this last night on some chicken that I made, and let me tell you guys, it's good. It is good. And let me tell you, I'm picky about barbecue sauce. I wouldn't lie about it. I ain't trying to just, get my man. It was really good. It had a really good taste, man. Good, like the one has a good, like kind of good sweet, kind of good flavor taste. The other one has a little more of a sort of same sweet kind of taste, but a little more bold, like it says on the title.
Smoky.
But it has a little kind of spicy after kick after you kind of eat it. Not like spicy back. I don't like spicy food really, but good little spicy taste. So if anybody out there, faithful, if you're listening and watching, man, make sure you go to my man Big Dave's website, www.thebigdaysbarbecue.com, and order yourself some of this barbecue sauce. Because, man, I'm telling you, I just had it last night. You can see my bottle. If you look at it, it's not even filled. You know, I kind of
Still on sale.
a little bit. Yeah, I put a little bit on there. You know, a little bit of chicken I had, and it was good. You know, so and what's really cool about it is that when you do purchase some of this barbecue sauce on the website, you know, the percentage of their sales go to the DJ Jones Foundation to empower and encourage and aid inner city youth, man. So these guys are really awesome. They, you know, they're all about the inner city youth. You know, they're always supporting these kids. You know, you know, they're always able to donate clothes and toys and food to the families in need. So, you know, they do a lot of great things. Mr. Dave Jones Sr. and son, you know, they are in this business together. DJ Jones, defensive tackle for the 49ers, yes. And they are in business together, and you know, they you know, they got some great barbecue sauce here that you guys definitely have to get, man. Matter of fact, I'm going to order some more because I would love to just be able to you know, bless one of these listeners that are watching us, I should say, and you know, be able to maybe send some out to somebody, you know what I'm saying? So somebody that wants to throw down at one of the tailgates, you know, at Levi, you know what I'm saying, before the game, and slap on some Big Dave's barbecue, you know? So with that said, like I said, also the Fred Warner jersey, it's a throwback jersey, by the way. We're going to have that giveaway once we get up to 100 subscribers. We're almost there. We're at about 86. What David checked, we might be at 87 by the end of this show, right? Yes, no, David?
What was that? Sorry.
I said we might be up to 87 subscribers. Instead, you said we're up to 86, right?
Yeah.
Last time you had checked it out.
We did get one subscriber.
We did.
One new one. We did.
Okay. That's good. Hey, you know what? You got to start somewhere. So, all right. With that said, guys, hey, you know, 49ers this Sunday against Arizona. You know, we got to do this. And like Monte said, man, you know, tomorrow night also tune in because Thursday night football, it's Seattle and Rams. So,
go Seahawks. Did I say that?
What's that?
I said go Seahawks. Did I really say that? Go Seahawks?
Yeah. Well, you know, we're just hoping to, like, you know, kind of stir up the division a little bit, you know, so we can all be like in, you know, one first place and everybody else in second place, right?
Yep.
All right, guys. Anyway, great show. You know, always great talking Niners. Thank all the 49er faithful that tune in and watch, you know, and until next week, you know, we'll talk about hopefully the great results of a win from 49ers. And, you know, they're going to be in the bye week, so it won't be another game to talk about for a couple of weeks. So, but we look forward to seeing you guys again next week. Same place, same time. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. Pacific Standard Time, by the way. Not East Coast time. Like Monty, up all late. Let's see what a true.
All right, I'm up all night. Team no sleep.
That's right. Here we go. All right, guys. Take care. All right. Faithful. Stay strong. We'll see you next week.